YouTube, my name is Mesa and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, we're going to go over the This Week at Bungie for the 14th of November. And boy, do we have some nerfs and also maybe a buff to talk about. I'm going to link the full This Week at Bungie in the description, and yeah, let's get into it, guys. So if you find this video enjoyable, hit that like button, but if you really want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. The Halloween live event, Festival of the Lost, is going to end next Tuesday at reset. So you want to make sure before that reset that you turn in all of your Chocolate Strange coins to Evil Levante to get those packages, because they will give you a whole bunch of tokens, materials, legendaries, and so forth. And then with leftover candy, buy those little grab bags, because yeah, they give you blues, which you could dismantle, but occasionally when you're spamming them, you will get some legendaries. So just another source of some glimmer, some legendary armor. I got a weapon or two, I think, but for the most part, those little blue grab bags, they give you legendary armor occasionally. The Crucible mode Momentum Control, where everything basically one-shots you, well, at least if you're using Jade Rabbit, that's why I call it the Jade Rabbit playlist, will be going away at the end of the festival. But it will come back, they say. Momentum will be on rotation again in the future. Again, sound off in the comments section. Did you enjoy this? I personally hated it. Maybe because, well, I'm terrible with Jade Rabbit, and I like having gunfights. I feel like that mode reminded me of Call of Duty Hardcore, where everyone camps, non-stop camping, or at least in the lobbies I was in, and they're camping cross-map with Jade Rabbit, waiting for you to poke out. Boom, they get the headshot, and you're dead. So some will argue, well, it's a true test of skill and gun skill that you can get that headshot. Yeah, and I used Jade Rabbit and got a few headshots off here and there, but I don't know, for me it just wasn't fun. I like having gunfights. That's why I'm not enjoying, or I tried Call of Duty Modern Warfare, not into it at all. I loved Black Ops 2 and I loved Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 especially because of the time to kill. But yeah, I like having gunfights, but I want to hear from you in the comments section. Did you like it? Did you not? And do you want them? Well, they are bringing it back, but would you play it again? And what did you think of it? So let's move along here. And now it's time to talk about the Recluse, the One-Eyed Mask, and Xenophage. And obviously, 2 need to be nerfed and 1 needs to be buffed. So let me read you some stuff verbatim from Bungie. So over the last year, we've made some various changes to the sandbox of Destiny 2. Some weapons have been brought down, some armor has been brought up, and the meta has shifted from class to class. Coming next season, the sandbox will evolve once more. This week, we'll be looking at 2 notorious items that you may have heard about. First off, let's talk about the Recluse. So, changed the effects of Master of Arms. That's the main perk in it. And I gotta admit, the Recluse is a crutch for me. I use it nonstop with those anti-barrier rounds in most activities if I'm not using Divinity. But here's what they're doing. So, changed the effects of Master of Arms. Removed the precision damage modifier. Okay. Recluse will continue to receive a damage bonus from Master of Arms, but damage will not default to precision values when the perk activates. Well, they're not putting any precision, they're not putting any percentages here, guys, so it's kind of hard to tell. We're going to have to wait and see when this actually hits and how much of an effect it will be. I personally have been trying to use my Reckless Oracle from the raid more often. I really don't have that much of a good role in it, but for the most part, all of my friends, my channel members who I do the raids with every week, they've got God roll, Reckless Oracles, and that's all they use. And yeah, once I get a good roll in that, maybe I'll put the Recluse away for a little bit. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is it a crutch for you? Do you feel like you use it nonstop and you can't live without it? Or would you be mad about this buff? But then again, we need to test this out once they actually give us some percentages. But let me read you some context from Bungie here. So many doubted the Recluse when it was first announced, but it has since proved to be resilient to being squashed. Although the precision damage modifier did not actually improve the efficacy of the weapon at its best, it did allow for fairly mindless spraying to be just as good as concentrated aiming. After considering various options on what to do with it, the decision was made to remove that part of the functionality and preserve its activation methods. The alternative was leaving in effect what we believe to be too strong for a legendary weapon. I mean, it's almost exotic at this point. But yeah, sound off. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Good old Titans, your one-eyed mask that annoys everyone in the Crucible, is having some changes to it. So, changed the effects of Vengeance. They removed the overshield granted from defeating an opponent that inflicted damage on you. Now, here's their context. In a previous Sandbox update, One-Eyed Mask received some tuning in how Vengeance was applied to Titans. Next season, this perk will continue to provide health regeneration when defeating an opponent that has inflicted damage upon your Guardian, but it will no longer grant an overshield. Additionally, the team is addressing some feedback concerning the newly released Xenophage exotic, which we're going to move into right now. But guys, what do you think? That overshield was quite annoying. So you'll still get the health regeneration, but it looks like these changes are not coming until next season, but next season will be here before you know it, next month. Xenophage. Well, what are they doing to Xenophage? Well, for PvE, they're increasing the damage by 50%. All right, again, we'll have to test that out and see actually if it's worth using as an exotic slot. Also for PvP, ammo pulled from PvP crates has been increased to 4/6 from 3/4. From shared and solo heavy ammo crates, respectively. And here's their thought process. Xenophage unintentionally shipped a little weak. That's, okay. I'm not even going to comment there. So it's getting a bump up in raw damage. Machine guns have a higher ammunition capacity than other heavy weapons, trading raw DPS for ease of use. Xenophage slides further towards other heavy weapons such as grenade launchers in that aspect, but didn't get enough power back. That will correct that. In the next few weeks, we'll have further Sandbox patch note previews paired with some quality of life changes to things like escalation protocol armor, bug fixes, and more. Now, I wonder how ammo's going to work in PvE, because I felt like when I was testing it out, I never had ammo for that thing. Even with machine gun scavenger perks and machine gun ammo finder and bricks everywhere, I still was always running out of ammo, but maybe that's the point. When they buff it by 50%, this thing can deal some serious damage. Will it compete with grenade launchers? I don't know. We'll have to see. I would like to see rocket launchers come back. I love the rocket launcher from what you're seeing in the background right here, the Altars of Sorrow. I cannot get the curated version for the life of me, but one day I will. But I'd like to see rocket launchers come back at one point. I miss the old days of Sins of the Past with cluster bombs. So also next week, Stadia and cross-save. Let's talk about that. Next week, Destiny 2 The Collection goes live with the launch of Stadia. Let me know in the comment section. Will you be playing it at all on Stadia? So they say this: in the meantime, we recommend that players who wish to bring their existing Destiny 2 characters to the Stadia platform prepare cross-save now. Once Stadia is live, players will now need to link their Stadia accounts to their Bungie profile and confirm that they wish for the account to be cross-saved. Also, check it out, guys. 1 month left for Season of the Undying. After this week, players will have roughly 1 month left before Season of the Undying concludes. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll start getting the hype train going for Season of the Dawn. They also are still taking submissions on the creations page if you want to take some pretty cool pictures of your Halloween costumes with your masks, and if you got any of those. Did anyone buy any of those Eververse skeletal costumes? I thought they cost way too much in terms of Bright Dust, and I was not about to spend silver on that sort of stuff. I have enough Bright Dust. I think I have like 20, almost 30,000 Bright Dust, and I was like, nah, I think I'll save it for next season to see what kind of ornaments. But anyway, they put up a whole bunch of pictures, and they will retweet them, and you can get this Eva Levante prize emblem if they actually choose one of yours as one of the winners. That is going to do it for this video, guys. I've got a couple of videos planned for the weekend. I've got Xur tomorrow. I've got this amazing Warlock build I'll put up Saturday morning. You guys are going to love this one. We were running it in the Master Nightfalls and in Master Nightmare Hunts, and trust me, when you see this build, you're going to want a Warlock on your team, okay? It's amazing. Also, I plan on putting up a video over the weekend going over the raid boss and how we only use one tether to break him out of his animation. A number of you had mentioned in my raid challenge guide this week that, hey, put up the video and show us how to do it. It's pretty simple. We're going to break one tether, and all of us are going to be running those relay defender mods, and they stack. So each of us run 4, and you do so much extra damage. We break the boss out of his animation with one tether, and then we all stand next to a relay, and we just do so much damage to the boss, and we two-phase him really easily. So that's it, guys. Leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. If you'd like to become a channel member, click the link in the description or join on screen. We've got an awesome Mesa army over on Discord. We've got a Mesa army clan if you need one, just one of the bonus features. And that's it. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. You usually know it's on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.